Good morning everyone. I am Sachin Giri, Assistant Professor, Department of BCA. Welcome you all to the next episode of Wisdom Byte. We will talk about the internet and find out how it works. If you thought that the internet works by satellite, find out that you were wrong. So, how does the internet work and where does it come from? The internet is everywhere. It's like a phone, TV or a computer. But where exactly does internet come from? Every time you receive a notification, access a site or send an email, the data you want to access on the internet is very far away from you and is stored at companies such as Google, Facebook or other hosting companies. From here, your data may be transmitted to via satellite, but this is useless because the bandwidth of the satellite is very limited and leads to long delays. So, what is the solution? Well, find out that data on the internet circulates mostly through fiber optic cables that across the earth under a sea, oceans among the sharks and other strange creatures. The cable is very thick to protect the optical fiber inside, which is very fragile and sensitive. These cables are connected to landing stations located on the shores of the oceans. And from there, the internet goes to an entire continent, forming huge network. If you found out where the internet comes from, now let's see how it works. To better understand, let's take a concrete case. If you want to access a certain data from the internet from a phone or a laptop that is connected to the internet via cable or via router, the data you want to access, for example, a video on a YouTube is stored in a data center on a SSDA server. But how does this data get to you? Any device connected to the internet is identified by a unique group of numbers called the IP address. And the IP address of your phone or a laptop, for example, is given by your internet service provider. Also, the server where the data you want to access is stored is also has an IP address. So, through the IP address, the information has a sender and a recipient. Moreover, if you want to access a google.com, for example, it is has an IP address hidden under a domain name to be easier to use. Because for us humans, it's much easier for us to remember google.com than to remember numbers like 105.39.4.284. This is where DNS technology comes in, which works like a phone book. Specifically, DNS associates a name for each website's IP address in the world. From here, this data request that you made is transmitted to the respective server and the data transfer to use starts. The data flow through the fiber optic cable system in the form of light pulses and thus reaches your router. From here, the data is transmitted by the router in the form of electrical signals via internet cable or Wi-Fi. But what if you use the internet through mobile data? Well, the signal is transmitted through the same optical cable to a cell tower, and from here the internet is transmitted to you in the form of electromagnetic waves. I think quite important to know about what the internet is and where it come from. Thank you for watching.